So this recipe calls for 1 cup of melted butter. Then I have here 1 cup of packed brown sugar, 1 1/4 cup of white sugar, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of oil, 1 cup of cacao powder, and it has to be cacao powder. You could use chocolate powder, but it's not going to be as delicious. I've got 4 eggs. I almost broke this one. I dropped it onto the counter. And yeah, so I'm just holding it like that so I can still use it. You're also going to need some vanilla, and you'll need 1 tablespoon of this vanilla. And this is optional, but it does make a difference. I have here 1 small chocolate bar, roughly chopped. You could also add in almonds or hazelnuts, any kind of dried fruit, and any chocolate that you want. In the past, I have also used hazelnut chocolate or almond chocolate. I've also put whole nuts in this before. This part here is optional, and you can add in whatever you would like. I am just adding in chocolate this time, and it's just a normal chocolate bar. It's a Milka chocolate bar. I do recommend using a good quality chocolate because it does make a big difference. This is not a very inexpensive chocolate, but it's still good quality. Yeah, I'm using Milka. I've also used Nestle. That's also really good. But if you use like those cheap chocolates, it's not gonna turn out as delicious. So it's really up to you. You can leave this out, like I said. So I am just starting off by adding my sugars, my butter, and my oil to a bowl, and I am just using an electric hand mixer to mix everything together, but you can use a stand mixer, or you can even beat it by hand with a whisk. That's how I used to do it. And after everything is combined, you are going to add in your eggs. You're supposed to add it in one by one, but I didn't have the patience for that. I added them all in together, and you're going to mix this until it's a very pale yellow, and the mixture is supposed to be very, very light. And you'll see in a second what that looks like. You can tell the difference, and it's around 3 minutes, so it's not very long. And once everything is nice and fluffy, you go ahead and add in your vanilla, and then mix it all together again. Once that is done, I just sift in my flour and my cocoa powder. I like to do that so that there are no lumps in the brownies. You don't have to do it, but I recommend it. And then you're going to fold in the dry ingredients to the wet. Do not mix, and fold gently. It's very important not to overmix. And once it's not completely, but almost completely mixed in, when you just see a little bit of flour left, you go ahead and add in your desired ingredient if you are going to do that. So in my case, it's the chocolate. And if you want to add any nuts or anything like that, this is the time you do it. Now, I didn't add it all in. I added like 2/3. I reserved the rest of the chocolates to put on top later. So don't mix too much. Again, make sure you just mix until it's combined. It's very important, or else if you mix it too much, it'll be a very like cake texture, and that's not what we're looking for here. I lined a 10 by 12 inch pan with parchment paper, and I'm just spreading out the batter evenly throughout the whole entire pan. And then we are going to put it in our oven for 20 minutes top. You'll know it's done when you shake the pan a little bit, and if you see that it still jiggles in the middle, it's not done yet. But if it doesn't move, you're good, you can take it out. Now, the trick not to burn these brownies or overcook them, you have to put the brownies on the highest shelf setting of your oven, or the farthest away from the heat, because it's important that we don't overcook them. So as you can see, I put it at the very top because the heat of my oven is coming just from the bottom. Now I'm waiting with Princesa, best way to wait, cuddling with my kitty. And then when it's done, I take it out of the oven and I let it cool in the pan for 10 minutes. Then I remove it and let it cool out of the pan. Once it's completely cooled, you can either put it in the fridge and cut it later, which is the easier option, or you can cut it all now and then after put it in an airtight container or wrap them individually with a plastic wrap. These brownies are my favorite brownies to make. They are very moist on the inside. They have that crunch on the outside. It's like the perfect brownie. And I have been making these brownies for years. And if you do it like the right way, it will always come out perfect. I like to make these brownies to give away. They are my signature giveaway thing. Whenever I make brownies, my sister would be like, "Who are you giving these to?" because there's so many and it's too much for me to eat alone. But let me tell you, it's delicious and it's very addicting. So be careful if you make them. Anyways, this is the end of the video. Let me know what you thought about this recipe. Let me know if you try it. Don't forget to hit that like button before you leave. It really supports my channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future content. And I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!